Nancy is a licensed mental health professional. She is a youth and family counseling. She has more than 30 years experience in mental health and human resources, and she has very graciously offered to assist us with some tips on relaxation and management of stress.
I have been tasked with actually walking you through a few activities today that will help to lower your stress. So I've kind of set things up, hopefully, so that you can get very comfortable in a chair in whatever room that you are viewing this with or on the phone. And we're going to talk just a little bit about stress. Let me grab my clicker here, sorry. Trying to get everything set up. I joined Missouri Breaks just this past November, and I'm excited to be a part of Missouri Breaks. And I am working in the Rapid City area. And we're going to just talk about de-stressing. And I have 3 quick activities for you. They're easy. You can do them any place where there's a chair or that.
I'm in a Zoom meeting. I'll call you when it's over.
What's that?
Bye.
Oops, sorry. And you can do them either standing, sitting, in a chair, or on the carpet. So whatever is most convenient for you or comfortable for you. But let's talk just a little bit about stress first. So, well, let's see if we can talk a little bit about stress first. Okay, there we go. All right, so whether you are working at home, your personal life, the world brings us stress, and stress is okay at a certain level because it motivates us to take some kind of action. But when we get overwhelmed with it, when it starts rising too much, then it does have effects on our brain, our body, our heart, our soul. And in typical times, we have stress. And then we have stress, obviously, with the pandemic. It brings us, you know, isolation, financial health, worry, fear, all of those kinds of things. And so on my slide, you'll see the little brain area over here. And one of the biggest things is our stress level rises, giving us more and more anxiety, which leads to things in our behavior, in our emotions, in our thinking. And so the next slide, stress really affects our whole system. So we may start losing sleep. We may get muscle aches. Emotionally, we may feel worried, stressed, depression, anxiety. In our thinking, we may not be able to concentrate. We may just lose our ability for memory kinds of things and such. And then our behaviors, we get more irritable with people. We want to maybe isolate away from them. Lots of different reactions from it. So the biggest part about today, and I will ask you now to do these activities with me so you get a real felt experience of them. And we're going to be using activities that use our visual field and our breathing, 2 major mechanisms that can bring down our stress level very effectively, and we have full control over them. The more you practice, the better you get at it. So I would encourage you to do these as often as you like to, or as often as you feel your stress level kind of rising. So the first one I call a grounding type activity. So what I want you to do is in your seat, go ahead and sit up. And if you have your legs crossed, go ahead and uncross them. And place your feet on the ground. So you've got both feet on the ground, you're sitting up. And the first thing I'd like you to do, and your hands can be in your lap or beside you, whatever's comfortable. I'd like you to bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them back and down. That opens up the chest area and really sends messages to the brain, your body positioning, that you're not in fight or flight, you're not in stress. So let's try it again. And I want you to breathe in as you move your shoulders up to your earlobes, and breathe out as you roll them back and down. So let's try it again. We'll breathe in the nose, inhale, and exhale. You can breathe out your mouth. So we want to do it one more time. Breathing in, shoulders go up, and breathing out, Shoulders go back and down. And now, in the same position, I'm going to ask you to look out into the room in front of you and gently let your eyes just move across your visual field. So they're going from one side of the room towards the other side of the room, gently moving from object to object that you see in front of you, just noticing different things, allowing your eyes to move about the room, breathing in and breathing out. And then allow your eyes to just focus and bring your attention to just one object in the room, whatever you want to choose to pay attention to. And take a deep breath in and begin to look at that object a little closer, noticing its shape, its size, perhaps the different colors of the object. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep your focus on the object, really noticing all the different things about the object. Perhaps its texture, color, size, shape, even its function. And breathe in and then breathe out. And just as you scanned the room and then focused on this object, I now want you to bring your focus to your own breath. And so you may find that your gaze drops down, or you may even like to close your eyes, whatever is comfortable for you. But take a breath in, noticing your breath. Do you feel the air come into your nostrils, down into your abdomen? Do you feel your tummy expand and contract as you exhale? Just noticing your breath, its feel, its rhythm, your pace of breath. And breathe in and breathe out, noticing your breath right now, today. One more time, breathing in and breathe out. And then you can slowly bring your gaze back in front of you again and open your eyes if they were closed. And that's an activity that you can do really anywhere. It doesn't take very long, but it can bring down your stress level. Let's do another one that involves your breathing. So this time I'm going to ask you again to place your feet on the floor, sit up, and we'll do our shoulders just one more time in case they've slouched, and then roll them back so you have a full open heart. And then I want you to place your hands on your tummy for this one. And we're going to do some belly breathing. This brings you back to when you were an infant and you knew how to belly breathe, and that's all you did. And that brought you relief and soothing. So I want you to breathe in your nose and breathe out your mouth. And we're going to breathe in to the count of 4 and out to the count of 4. Feeling your belly expand when you breathe in, breathing in and breathing out. Pushing that belly towards your spine to get all that stale air back out, so that each time you inhale, you're getting fresh, rejuvenating air. Your hands on your belly will help remind you to breathe in and fully expand that belly. Get the air coming all the way down to there. And then breathing out if you can remember to breathe in to the count of 4 and breathe out to the count of 4. That's a really nice, even pace and gives your belly breathing another little aspect to help you. And breathe in and breathe out. Okay, for the next exercise or activity, you can put your hands again back in your lap or beside you, whatever's comfortable for you. Feet on the ground, both feet on the ground, legs uncrossed. And for this one, it's best if you have either window, door, somewhere where you can look outside. We're going to be involving nature. And if you can't right now, you can just sort of do the exercise looking at your room. And that will work as well, but it works best with nature. I think nature is a healer for our soul and our spirit. And so this one goes back to using a visual cue and the breathing, both of which help tell your brain to relax. And so if you want to go outside when you do this one, even better. And this one, what you'll do is you'll look out, seeing the nature landscape that you have available to you. And just like in the first exercise, you start looking from one side of the landscape, letting your eyes slowly drift across to the other side of the landscape. And just allow yourself, even turning your neck, to get the full view of the landscape. And turning your neck to the other side. You may want to do that a couple of times, slowly moving your head and your gaze. Breathing in, combining the breath with it, and breathing out. And then allow yourself to take the whole picture in. So you're not focusing on one object, you're trying to take the whole landscape, the entire thing in at one time. You're seeing the wholeness, the fullness of it. And that communicates to your brain to move out of the fight and flight and to stay in a calm, relaxed mode. So take a couple breaths as you take the whole scene in. And then exhale. And then you can repeat that exercise if you'd like. So whichever of those activities works best for you, we're combining visual with breathing. The second exercise was just the breathing. But you can experiment and work with your stress levels and which seems to work best for you. But I hope you enjoyed those. They're 3 little things that you can do anytime, anywhere, really. And I hope that you do practice them as they do communicate with your brain to lower your stress. Now, the last slide that I have gives you a couple of resources. I'll quick to that. The first one is a YouTube video where you can just really watch someone do exactly what I did with you. The first few minutes is when she does the breathing and the neck moving. The rest of the video, you can certainly enjoy it. It's about 20 minutes and it does some other movements that are helpful to relieve stress. The second resource I have on there is if you are a little bit more scientific and you want to know some of the background about why your visual field helps you lower stress. That's an article by a researcher from Stanford University, and he is a neurobiologist. And so you can go there and read that article if you'd like. Thank you so much for having me today, and I hope that helped.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for that